So I am really enjoying my topiary garden, guys. It is so nice to be able to sit out here or even just look out the window. It's right outside our family room window and enjoy these beautiful evergreen topiaries. Some of them are just little Alberta spruces and they're put in containers, and others are boxwoods that I've topiaried. So let me show you, and I've also taken cuttings. These three here are cuttings, and then the three here are from one plant. We'll go a little closer, but they have been topiaried into double balls, and they're starting to look a little more filled in instead of just being twigs with a little bit of foliage at the top. So they did a little bit of growing. Once the heat of the summer melted away and we went into fall, they actually put on a little growth. So I'm going to show you what we have here. The other thing I have in my topiary gardens are these little evergreen saplings that I found around my yard. And this is something I got inspiration from Linda Votter. She does this in her own garden, as she digs up these little juniper saplings and pots them up. And they turn into little charming little trees, little topiary trees. This little juniper sapling is almost purple. Looks really beautiful. It's a grayish blue purple, and I just love how that looks. It'll be greener in the summer, but what a pretty color. And that's a pretty good size one. That one was free. Just found it growing in my garden. Isn't that beautiful, guys? An evergreen plant, completely free of charge. A gift from nature. So these are the three that I made from one single plant that I bought at Home Depot. And they've got two different, I've pruned them into 2-ball topiaries, and they were looking quite scrawny. It's a little bit hard to see with the green in the background, but you can see right there, the tops are starting to fill in. So that's exciting. Of course, the bottom ball is looking fuller. It's closer to the root. I've got lots of little boxwood cuttings all around that'll grow into nice little spheres, but I have them all over the place rooting in. They look really small now, but a couple years from now, I'm hoping they're going to be really beautiful. But I can't tell you how happy this makes me to come out here and also to look out the window. I have my topiary gardens where I can see them when I look out and dream of spring. Here's one that has 2 stems to it, and usually I cut it back so it's a single stem. But this looks really interesting. I'm kind of glad I have this one. But again, it was looking very small, and this fall it added a bit of foliage at the top. So I think by next spring these are actually going to look like something. All my homemade topiaries are going to be really doing well. And here's another tiny one that didn't look like much of anything that hopefully will take off even more next year. And these boxwood topiaries that I made look fantastic. They're starting to fill out. They're starting not to look so much like sticks. When I first did my topiaries, I did a very drastic pruning job, but now they're starting to fill out and have little lollipops on them here. Oh, look, this one even has some type of bud on it. It must be happy. It's doing well. So that makes me very happy. These are cuttings from my front shrubs. These are a variegated boxwood. This one and the one over here. So those are nice to mix in. Just a simple topiary ball. And these are looking a little shaggy. In the spring, I'll go ahead and give them a little tightening up prune job. This one, you can see where all the new growth came in during the fall, all of those lighter leaves. So hopefully they'll winter well. Sometimes new foliage can burn out, but we'll see. Oh, I'm seeing that this whole thing is covered with flower buds. So that's exciting. I'll be excited to see how that looks with tiny little white flowers on it. This is just like a tabletop forest. And again, this one, for example, looks really purple. A very bluish purple green. I really love how this looks. And this is a wonderful way for me to enjoy my patio while I'm waiting for spring. They're here year-round, but they offer year-round interest. Isn't that cute, guys? A tabletop forest of evergreen saplings. You can hear the crunching of the leaves under my feet. Everything is frozen and crunchy. And I think this afternoon light is really nice for you to see it. That is the tabletop forest. Next to my bird baths here in the corner of the deck, I have a beautiful Alberta spruce. It's been there for a couple years now, and this is just amazing, guys. I usually rip this out, but look, I have alyssum. It must be pretty cold tolerant. Look at this, especially on the sunny side. I've got alyssum blooms, and it has been, you can see, this is frozen solid here. And the alyssum are still alive and blooming. So that is a lesson to me. I should not be ripping out any alyssum that look a little tired at the end of the summer season. I should let it continue to grow. It's pretty amazing. But the topiary tree, the Alberta spruce, makes a wonderful potted tree. And guys, when I plant them all up, I do use some soil from the garden to mix into the potting soil. So they do get some nutrients, and of course I do fertilize them. Isn't that beautiful, guys? I'm just amazed at these alyssum blooms. This is a white variety. Amazing. These twin topiaries look great. These were rescue plants last year. They were Alberta spruces with some damaged branches down at the bottom. So I went ahead and I just trimmed those up, and now they are a lollipop form. But they've been wonderful as topiaries and very easy. And as you can see, I have some stone crop sedum under here. I think this is stone crop. And it kind of shrinks back on itself in the cold weather, but it'll be green and lush next spring. And I've got my other twin topiaries, which are basically just a stick with little bits of sprigs of foliage on top. They were so skinny. And look at that, guys. They're starting to fill out like little lollipop topiaries. Oh, and there I am. Hi guys, happy holidays everybody. Oh my gosh, this one is looking fantastic. This is some type of euonymus, and it is really filling out well. The trunk is getting really thick. I'm really happy about that one. And speaking of euonymus, I did take some of the variegated euonymus. And they're still looking kind of puny, but I'm hoping they'll be nice lollipop style bushes next year, especially in the spring as they send out a few branches at the top there. So we'll see how they do. We'll check back later on that one, guys. And here is the spectacular Pleasant Prickles light show, guys. I think it's having trouble focusing. Isn't that beautiful? It looks so nice out here. Oh dear, maybe I should have done this light show a little earlier. My camera doesn't seem to work in the dark. Well, I hope you guys have a very happy holiday and a wonderful new year. Thanks so much for watching.